Alright, so this is my lo-fi hip-hop track that I wrote for my class. And I guess I will get started with some of the layers here. We have a drum layer, a bass layer, a piano layer, some sound effects with some rain, a little bit of a bell layer, just to add some ambiance. So if we come into the piano layer, which is the main meat of the song, we see this. It's a piano roll, similar to the piano rolls on, like ragtime and player pianos, stuff like that. Just lay out the notes, and it'll play here in the list. So let's get rid of this melody up top here. And we have these bass chords here, so I'm going to play these here real quick. So a little bit into the chord progression here. We start with a G major seventh into a G major. It starts pretty dissonant, moderately, with the seventh, which can resolve into a nice consonant G major, which is right there. It goes from a G major into a F sharp minor seventh, which kind of makes it a little bit sadder. An E minor seventh, which is even more sadder. Into an F sharp seventh, which is really dissonant, coming into the D major seventh, which is right here, which is a nice consonant, real happy chord, nice harmonies there. And you think it's going to resolve back into this G major seventh, but I take it from here into an expanded E7 sus chord, which is really hollow sounding. There's no third in there, and it has a dominant seventh on there. So we get this nice resolution into another dissonant chord, back into the G major seventh, which is like, a roller coaster ride of chord progressions. So let me get this melody back on top. There we go. So this piano part right here is a very monophonic piano part. There's just a melody over a set of chords. The song itself is polyphonic. There are multiple melodies layered within the song that kind of all play together. This one being the main melody and chord progression, but there are a lot of sub-melodies underneath that you can kind of hear in the bells. Even the bass produces its own melody that kind of comes and works together with everything. So let's hear just the piano part by itself. So that's the piano part. I would say that building from this piano part is how I started this song. I took a lot of influence from, obviously, jazz. There are a lot of exotic-ish chord progressions going on here. Another major inspiration for this is really an impressionist idea. The impressionist musicality kind of tries to convey this like mood and atmosphere through the telling of this music, and that's really what this music is trying to do. Is really trying to set this atmosphere, trying to set this music. Also, some hip-hop inspirations. We'll get to that really soon, with the bass line and the drums. Lo-fi hip-hop being this, mixture of jazz and hip-hop. really popular with some people right now. The main idea that I tried to convey in this song is it's sort of like a stressful day, stressful time, very thunderstormy day, that's kind of pulled together, and you work through your day, you're getting through it, everything's kind of coming together, and after all of your problems have been solved and everything's kind of been resolved, it turns from this thunderstormy day into kind of like a light rainy day, nice, something you can enjoy, something really, really simple and happy. So back to the main song part right here. We have a bass line and a drum section right here, and I can play just this drum section. Kind of a simple drum section, really there to have that like hip-hoppy backbeat on top of these like nice flowy jazz chords. It kind of adds a lot of percussiveness to it. We have a bass line, we have these arpeggiated bells and whatnot here, which you'll hear at the end really kind of sound like rain coming down, a light rain instead of this thunderstorm. And then we have some rain sound effects. So I'm going to go ahead and play the song all the way through, and we can give it a listen. Oh, nope. There we go.
Hey, you're forgetting the tools of your trade. Calm down, my boy. You'll get along fine. Just control your nerves. From now on, you'll be able to hear my instructions. Just remember to regulate your volume knob.
So yeah, that was a song. I can come in here and show you what I mean by a polyphonic layering in the song. If we mute everything except for the piano, we can hear that main piano theme that we listened to earlier. But on top of it, if we come here, we have this bell with its own melody here. And even the bass. Obviously a very plucky bass on top of the pianos for that jazz foundation, that real jazz inspiration. So yeah, that's my song, and thank you very much for listening.